Hello, and welcome back to the basement sublet of horror. I am your host, Gunther Deadman, and tonight we have, well, I've done all kinds of extra bits for other shows and conventions and stuff, and most of that stuff never gets seen. So tonight I decided to just gather it all together in a big bundle and show you all these little bits for you. And so a few I've shown before on the shows, but tonight is our special of extras. Here's some bits that I've done over the last several years. Hello, my friends. At this point, I would like to offer a new service to you, a service directly from me to you. Yes, I'm now opening the Gunther Deadman School of Overacting. Yes, now you can learn to over-emote and over-inflect or whatever you do in acting. I mean, whatever you do in the theater with your dialect. Yes, you can join me in my 12-part acting series on how to be inanimate objects and how to yell and scream, how to show fear. Oh, yes, it's quite a program, and I've spent maybe several hours putting it together for you. Yes, it's the Gunther Deadman School of Overacting. I hope you all enroll now. I mean, music would be good. Yes, the external camera. I believe the Wiseacres, a Lawrence-based bluegrass band, are outside somewhere rehearsing. So let's turn on the external camera here and let's see if we can see them. Hello, Wiseacres, are you out there somewhere? Hello.
1, 2. Trick or treat!
Yes, they've come in quite clear. Hello, Wiseacres, how are you this Halloween?
Hey, Gunther, how you doing? It's us Wiseacres. Yep. We brought the scariest thing we knew along with us.
Yes, and welcome to the basement sublet of horror.
Where's my candy?
Oh, and I decided that, well, I'll give you each one piece of candy. Hold on here. Let me see if I can shove it through to you there. There's one. And there's another.
Oh. Wow, nice candy.
Did this come through okay?
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Did you enjoy your candy?
That's pretty good.
Well, we must say goodbye to the Wiseacres now. Goodbye, boys.
Hey, man, well, thanks a lot. It was really fun stopping in. I know we didn't get to go down in your basement. You're kind of peculiar about that, but hey, the candy was good.
I'm going to turn off the external camera now. Oh, yes, and we'll get back to our movie. And tonight we've got a little horror host greeting, a kind of show exchange between Countess and Count Sam Gregula and myself. Well, and they've asked me to come before you, and we were all attended the Horror Hound Convention last March up in Indianapolis, and they asked me to come on board here for their show and show you a few slides from our experiences there. And like, what's that? And you say, who shows slides anymore? Well, I do. You know how old people are with their slides? We go on and on bragging about our vacations here and there, and that's what we're going to do right now. And I think this runs about 2 hours, I think, something like that, but we might have to trim it down for TV. But anyway, here we go with Gunther Deadman's slides of the Horror Hound Convention. I need to turn it on here. Hold on. Let me find the switch. There we go. Oh, off we go. Okay, so here our first slide is the convention floor. This is while we were setting up, and actually there's not very many people there at the moment, but it did pick up quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I think it almost sold out, or if it didn't sell out. But anyway, and here's the sign for Horror Host Alley, our area of the convention floor. They had set up a bunch of tables all for us, and meet and greet, as they say, and sell our wares if we could. And here's me with Count Midnight. He was my table mate for the first day, and part of the second day. What a great guy. He's a nice guy. And I love those little red eyes of his. Those are quite good. Oh, and here's our good friend, Count Sam Gregula. Striking a great pose there. Hello, Count Sam. I hope you had a good time. Oh, and here's one of the favorite hosts at the show, the floor. The one who had the crowd and the line at our table at all times. This is Miss Monster and her two melons, Tit and Tat. And here we're at the table with my table mates, Sigmund Zoid from Indiana, and then Count Midnight right there behind him again. Oh, and here's the famous Carlos Borloff. I believe he's from the Washington, D.C. area. He's from Monster Madhouse. He's got quite a show there with a... Oh, he has a lot of co-hosts in his show. And and here's the famous Dr. Ghoulfinger, a good friend of mine. Well, you'd say he's the national horror host expert. And in his hand there, he's got some Basement Sublet of Horror collector cards that he's signed for me, and that's what he's displaying there. Here we are. At the end of the show, the Vampire Tribute, and this is where we all got together to pose for a class photo, and you can see the whole group of us lining up there, and there you see us, another lineup shot there with me over there on the right, and in the foreground here, that's Jason Hignite. He's the producer of the Horror Hound Convention and the Vampire Tribute, and they did a fantastic job, great man. I enjoyed. I'd like to thank him personally for bringing all of us to the show, and a personal note from me, I thank you, Jason. And here's a close-up of Count Gore Vidal and Victor Von Scary and one of his co-hosts. I apologize for not knowing his name, but and here we go. Here's Countess and Count Sam Gracula with Joe Bob Briggs. A really historic moment there where the biggies meet. And now, here we are, this little gag shot here at the end. This is Tim Manning. He's my cameraman for the event. And there's myself, of course. So, there. Yes, I'll turn this off now. So, and I had a question here. Someone emailed me and said, Gunther. Yeah, well, actually, maybe I should pretend to read it here. Gunther, I thought you had this affliction called shortflixia, where you could only watch films no longer than 1 hour without falling asleep. What happened to that? Were you making that all up? Well, actually, if you remember, in a previous episode, Jake's Mind Repair...
Yeah, Jake's Mind Repair.
Actually repaired the condition. Actually, let's cut away now, and you can watch the actual scene where, so you see, here's Jake cutting into my brain, and yes, Jake pulls out a piece of my brain, and yes, you see right there, freeze that. That's Jake is eating the part of my brain that actually caused the shortflixia. And as you see, I am now cured. So tonight, yes, we can now enjoy the full-length feature films. Something else for you. We've got a huge set of collector cards on our website. Yes, they're all free in PDF form for you to download and print for yourself. I guess there's around over 160 cards online. There's all kinds of stuff, like there's Horror Host homage cards, and there's another one, Cremation Mortem, and they're all available online. Yes, it's the Basement Sublet of Horror collector cards, available for you for free download online today. Gunther Deadman here, and I'm back again to tell you again about the Horror Host program, Friday Night Fright Nights, with your host, Count Victor Von Scary, and Baron Randall Grays, and Captain Creek Show, all together, 3 hosts in one show, and I had this arranged for a special promo for them, and as a matter of fact, it's right over here. Let's take a look. It's my Friday Night Fright Nights shooting gallery promotion. Yes, I can promote them by taking pot shots at them. And I know they like guns, so I have one now too. And no, kids, you shouldn't play with guns. And I'm not really playing with a gun. I'm using it in a promotional way. So here we go. Let's say hello to Count Victor Von Scary. Hello, Count. Hello, Count. And Ben Randall Games. Knock him down. And Captain Crib Show. Yes. Friday Night Fright Night. It's a bang-up good time. And you should watch it too, or else. Yes, there was our special of extras, all the little loose odds and ends and bits and pieces of video that we haven't been able to show on the show until now. So I just thought I'd clean house here and put it all in one place so I can show it all to you all at once. We'll be back next week with another movie for you, a regular movie on the Basement Sublet of Horror. And until that point, I will just say, well, good night, my friend.